Alrighty then, Shin. Let's see how this backfires. What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. Fun fact, I do too. Have it on me and keep it on me at all times. Hey, another fun fact. It looks like we got a pretty clean cover page, right? Yes. Sakamotodays was the main headliner for Shonen Jump this week, or at least Viz's website. So I shocked that we got a nice and clean and juicy and buttery color page, but it still looks delicious. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and a snack on the side. I'm telling you. Suzuki-sensei, I feel like, you know what, now, this sounds crazy. With a lot of the competition, or at least the big competition, kind of being gone. Like, JJK's over and MHA's over. Like, the two things that really competed with Sakamotodays, either in terms of artistic quality and or choreography, I feel like people are no longer sleeping on Sakamotodays' art. But once again, it looks like Suzuki-sensei decided to cook a little bit crazy. Look at this, man. Look at this, man. I'm assuming this is just a full shot of the order. My glorious, legendary, juicy, scrumptious, yumptious, katana-wielding king, bro. I literally just watched Scribble's video on Uzuki being a fraud, and he's so right. He's so right. It's to the point where I want to make a video on it, but I'm like, I will just be quoting Scribble, so I'm probably gonna just make a breakdown video of that, because he's so right. And like, in the more notably, the more time that passes from the museum arc, the bigger and bigger a mistake I think it was to off Takamura. I think, like, to off Takamura in the way that he was offed, and for the consequences of Takamura to be the absolute erasure of Suzuki's character. Like, Tsuba does put it perfectly. He literally just puts it perfectly in that video. And it's seeing him here, it just doesn't help me. But I love him. I love Takamura, man. He's so cool. And like, Uzukimoto doesn't hit the same. Uzukimoto just doesn't hit the same. Like, that's the thing. I have a friend who finally caught up to Sakamotodays, and they're like, gang, you wouldn't stop whining about them offing Takamura, but you had Takamura at home. And I'm like, yeah, at home. It don't hit the same as actually getting the food prepared somewhere else. Like, he just doesn't count. Uzuki doesn't have the aura. Like, the moment you have to steal another man's weapon, another man's style, another man's soul, essentially, it's just not, it doesn't hit this. And I think specifically, a big idea that Scribble mentions in his video is the idea that Uzuki originally just seemed strong. Like, he seemed like he was just built like that, base to base at all times, right? But the issue with Uzuki now is he's kinda a personality merchant. Especially with the retrospect of knowing that, like, in the initial encounter, or in a lot of encounters, he uses one of the two other personalities to do all the hard work. Like, at least in a lot of the flashbacks, or at least early series stuff, it was all Rion. But we see, as happy as I was to see him ore farming on the entire organization with Takamura's personality, that was Takamura doing all the work. And we even saw it recently when he slaughtered Asaki. That was, he did presumably mostly with Takamura, considering he had the sword in hand. Though he was speaking, so maybe he did it himself, but it's hard to tell. Once again, those off-screen feats against randoms. Oh no, wow. And obviously now, even when he has two members, these two, betraying the order, the new order of the new world, what does he do? Not only not fight them himself, not only just not fight them himself, which is already crazy enough, but also he lets the Takamura personality come out. And then Shishiba gets feats on the Takamura personality and escapes and lives. Kamihate gets feats on the Takamura personality and escapes. So ultimately, unironically, Uzuki is actually making the name worse, making the name of Takamura less valuable. So we don't just have Takamura at home, we have Takamura at home 3 days old, not stored in the fridge. And it's great. Like, at that point, I would literally go back in time and tell Uzuki, just don't have him there. Give it the same reason why Kamihate wasn't there. Give an excuse. Remove him from the arc. Or let them escape. Let Takamura be his own thing. Especially considering we were already setting up the idea that Takamura had his own idea of justice. Am I lagging? No. But especially considering we already set up the idea, not just in Sakamotodays, but also back in the one-shot that predated Sakamotodays, that Takamura had his own idea of justice, you literally could have just made him a rogue third party. Like, legit, you could have had a... That's big spoilers for Kagurabachi, so I won't go full. But there's a scenario on Kagurabachi where essentially there were three main groups and one of the groups is just one guy. Same thing could have been done for Sakamoto, where they escape him then, and then he's just hunting on his own. Not even because Uzuki doesn't get the chairman in some way, shape, or form, but literally because Sakamoto's like, okay, you all are scum. I'm not going to follow this new order nonsense that you're talking about. And I really couldn't care for Sakamoto's crew either. Like, you could have just had him be his own character, bro. Why'd you lock him inside of that? But regardless, color page's beautiful. Sorry, I got completely distracted. Oh, where's Kamihate? Interesting, though. This isn't even all the order. At least I don't think. It's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who's missing? I mean, depending on when this order incarnation... No, because Sakamoto's here. So if this is truly an order incarnation, it should have Yotsumura, it should have Kendaka, it should have Kanaguri, presumably. But at the same time, I get it. There's only so much space, even on a dual spread cover page. And these... I'd say these are the favorite characters of the order. I've never really... Like, including all of its variations. I don't... Like, I love Taurus. I want Taurus to make a... I want Scruple to make a Taurus Glaze video. But... That's about it. Like, who cares about Tanabata? Like really? Who really cares about Tanabata? I don't, and I know many others don't. Who cares about Oki, the bomb, the fraud? Like, no one cares about Oki. Yotsumoto, though, it would have been nice to have him here, even if it was like back in time, and it would have been nice to see my glorious, legendary, juicy. Well, actually, no. By the time Sakamoto and Nagamura were in the order, obviously Kendaka was already down. But let's see. Let's not waste more time. Let's hop right into number 213, Resistance. Oops, Sakamotodays. Pointing at the ground and let her rip. Please tell me at least one of these things ricochets and like accidentally hurt somebody. Please don't tell me. Is it gonna go perfectly? It's Sakamoto. It may go perfectly. That's the thing. I don't think, unless I'm mistaken, wouldn't they ricochet and hit somebody? But let's see. Okay. Bam, bam, bam. Oh, okay. So they locked and loaded and let it all off. Yeah, and it looks like so I'm not sure if that's like a testament or like an anti-testament to the bullet's strength, because it just bounced off the ground harmlessly. I don't know. I was always told you don't fire anything at close range to yourself, because there's a high possibility of it bouncing off whatever you fire it at and it just hitting you. Like, the reason you don't fire things at a wall is because the wall is sturdy enough to not immediately get pierced by the shot, unlike you. So when it bounces off the wall and ricochets back into you, boom, you take damage. But, you know, once again, Sakamotodays, it is a vicious and violent series. Like, it's funny, right? Sakamotodays, it's somewhat lighthearted to the point where the mass slaughter of innocent life gets, like, underplayed, or at least it's not focused on hard enough that you think about it too hard. So I think ultimately, even if it would have been more realistic for the shots to ricochet and hit some people at the cost of getting rid of all their shots, it would take away like the general area, because you know we're supposed to be protecting and saving the civilians. Let's see. What? Why did I? There's a voice in my head saying, "Pointing at the ground and let her rip." I love how. Oh, he quotes it exactly. Let her rip. Let's see. Yeah. So yeah, they didn't. Like, there's no way not a single person got harmed. Like, come on now, gang. Like, there's absolutely no way. But we'll let it slide. Let it slide. For the theming. Like, obviously, it'd be an interesting moral conflict to have Shin be directly responsible for the accidental harm or even possible deaths of certain random civilians because he did it in this very vague and specific way. But it could work. Let's see. Yeah, it totally worked. Whew. Ugh. My brain feels like pudding. Huh? Hey, you okay? You don't look so good. I'm fine. More importantly, how many people did I reach? Oh, I'd say at least everyone in this district. That's plenty. Very impressive. Very impressive. I mean, like, obviously his nose is bleeding and he's in some pain, but to manipulate that many people at once, very impressive. I don't know, he's being amped by the release, but still, that his brain is able to produce that much. These characters, they ain't no sleeper. Like, they got some superhuman abilities. Obviously, beyond like the actual superhuman abilities, they are built like that. Okay, that's plenty. No time to rest. Next district. Oh, look at us grabbing flashbacks. Like, that's my boy. That little squirt sure grew up. Truly, from the enemy's point of view, his existence is extremely challenging. Look at you acting all big. I mean, he's not wrong though. Like, ultimately, not just for like this, but Shin is not the reason. Obviously, Haruno's gonna die to Sakamoto regardless. But Shin did technically high diff Haruma and violate Tenkyu. Obviously, I don't think Uzuki ever found out about Haruma, and it's very likely that Uzuki either doesn't care or doesn't even know about Tenkyu just yet. We don't know what happened to Tenkyu. It's not like they dragged his body out of the prison. We don't know. He's presumably still alive because, once again, the whole point of the end of that arc was, hey, Shin, don't boom people. Booming people is bad. So, like, maybe he's fine, but ultimately, those are two of the orphanage kids, the two of X's group, that did either take extreme damage from and then died later on due to the actions of Shin, and or just straight up lost to him. So, yeah, he is a pretty big threat. So I don't blame Kashima for pointing that out. Let's see. Hey, Master X, the citizen Skaduda usage is suddenly skyrocketing abnormally. What? Oh, wait, let's see. Maybe this chapter will help. Let's see with the fraud. But then again, who's he gonna fight with? What? Someone seems to be controlling them and forcing them to discharge their shots. He's getting in my way again. That's Sakamoto. Funnily enough, very indirectly. Not... very indirectly, like, yeah, it's not wrong, but funnily enough, and you know what the crazy thing is, Uzuki isn't even responsible for Sakamoto's current state. It is literally okay. I mean, I guess Uzuki is responsible in the macro sense, because obviously someone came and boomed the shop, but at least it seems like Oki set that up. Obviously people aren't running around booming each other just yet, though they are booming each other in a different sense. So it is Sakamoto's legacy that's getting in the way. But Sakamoto himself, he's kind of so like he's actually chilling. Your world changing world domination plan actually kind of ended up working in your favor against Sakamoto in particular. But Shin, yeah, that man underwent some character development, and now he's getting in your way. But let's see. Am I lagging? 5. No, I'm not. I got it. Let me stop looking. But see, the moment I stop looking, I start lagging. I promise you, the moment I take my eyes off that second screen, it's going to be like... It's time to lag all over this, man. Let's see. Blessed away at the ground! So okay, so he's able to go back to back. Very impressive. Once again, Shin's level of ESP growth is actually kind of insane, and I am still wondering the point of Atari. Let's see. Blessed away at the ground! Huh? What am I doing? What's going on? I don't get it. I mean, yeah, I don't play like that, because, once again, well, we, as the readers, know that superpowers exist in this universe. The average person, the average Joe, who just got the whole idea of assassins even existing, doesn't know that these assassins have literal superpowers. Like, why would they know that? Let's see. Alright, the Norima's area is done. Oh. I forgot. Yeah, Shin did. He didn't call or tell him anything. All right, that's kind of rough, huh? Dude, you're amazing, Shin. How does this work? We're using radio waves to broadcast by ESP or something like that. I'm not sure. You know what? I don't even blame shit. There's many a time where something has happened or is like there's a system to make something happen, and like the inquisitive human part of me is like, hey, how does that system work? But the other part of me is like, let's just really not look this gift horse in the mouth, dog. Let's just take the gift and keep it pushing. So yeah, I don't fully get it. I'm assuming it's even Suzuki Sensei himself being like, I don't know. It's kind of like the same way. Once again, I keep going back to Scribble's video because I just watched it. I was like cooking dinner and I watched that video. But it's the idea that ultimately we haven't even gotten a real proper explanation for Uzuki's BPD and how it allows him to literally rip stats. Like, was that programmed into him? Is that innate? Like that's the thing. His abilities are still like so vague and unexplained. Yet they do have some sort of base quantification. Meanwhile, with like ESP, flight, anything like that. Then again, no one does anyone Sakamotodays fly? Not really. No one in Sakamotodays fly. But at least for like ESP, it's vague. It's left vague enough. And it is vague enough that I don't really think anything. But, like, you know Suzuki Sensei brought up Uzuki having BPD to have, like, some sort of basis for it. But BPD, at least as far as I know, doesn't allow you to straight up copy somebody's stats. Let's see. I'm not sure. Wait, radio waves? What if we use a taller radio tower? I wonder if you could reach all of Japan. Yeah, but he could also boom his brain. Well, then again, I guess they wouldn't know about the drawback. But, like, his brain could literally explode. Do you know how many people there are in Japan? I don't know, but I know it's in the millions. So why would I wouldn't risk that? Let's see. Oh, for example, the Sky Tower. Yo, what? It's worth a shot. It'll take a bit of preparation, theoretically, but it's possible. However, there's no telling what an act of that skill might do to your brain. Boom, man. Well, obviously, that's the thing. It's really... at least for a series like Sakamotodays, it's really hard for me to buy into the stakes of specifically Shin. I have to buy into the stakes of the characters around him. Like, I'm still happy that Boiled's alive. I honestly thought when he got strummed, he was cooked. So, like, I'm worried more so about Boiled. And even possibly Asakura himself, and Kajima. Because ultimately, there's no way we're booming Shin. Especially not as a repercussion of his own actions. If anything, we may remove him from the narrative for a while, but like... No, we ain't doing that. We ain't booming Shin. Let's see. No way! I'm doing this! Wait, listen to me. Mister, I've been thinking. I think our... he may have been your father, boy, but he wasn't your daddy. Aw, that's sweet. But let's see. I think our ESP was meant for a day like today. Sure? Maybe? Let's see. Huh? Now that's hard boiled. Yeah, Boyle! Yeah, but me and all my homies, we love Boyle. I'm genuinely interested to see what he's going to end up doing, though. Because currently, he is, outside of Asakura himself, obviously, he is the most fodder character here. And not even by, like, a small margin. His competition is Shin, the top-tier battler. Kindaka, fastest assassin in the verse still. Yotsumura somewhere. Or at least even in this group. Heisuke, second best sniper. Like, what is... What are you doing here, man? Please, find somewhere safe. Let's see. Leap to Styles? Alright. Wait up, you! Stop! Or I'll boom you! Okay. Hey, why is the JA here? I'll take... What voice did I give... Kindaka. It's like meant to be an older gentleman's voice, but I can't really manage that off the top of my head. I'll take care of him. You go on ahead. Glorious King Kindaka. Then again, though, like Kindaka, you should be able to visually one-shot them and immediately rejoin. You are the fastest assassin in the verse. Come on now, let's be real. Let's see. Top of the tower. Yikes. We're up so high, yo. Well, we're hijacking the radio waves of this entire nation. Let's go. There's no time to waste. Uh-oh. What's he sensing? What's he saying? Is that a little bit of that, subconscious foresight training kicking it? What's happening? Uh-oh. No. Suzuki, I swear if I turn this page and see a new paper, not even a new paper, if I see anything. Oh no. If I turn this page and I see a tower being hit by a plane, Suzuki, I know, it doesn't have the same context, but please, Suzuki, don't tell me what I think that is. Gosh darn it! I should have known. Oh, it's a jet. It's not a plane. And there isn't a second tower, so I guess it's fun. But darn, man. Oh, okay. But darn, just straight booming the entire tower for what? Now all your communications are down, or at least a fat chunk of them. Let's see. Looks like the debris is gonna fall on people down below. Oh no, looks like it fell into the water, and then Shin is climbing out of the rubble. Oh darn, Boiled! Asakura, get up! That wasn't even Shin, that was just me. Guys! Well, look who decided to show up. Well, I guess I figured they did hint at him earlier in the chapter, but look who it is. X. You're starting to remind me of Sakamoto. Shit. Okay, he's like, I see what you doing. I see you just like, yo, not daddy. And I ain't talking about Asakura. You built just like him, for real. Probably, honestly, the best compliment Shin has ever got. Unironically, compared to Sakamoto, is probably likely his dream. But in this context, obviously, is really around. Let's see. You're starting to remind me of Sakamoto. Shit. And he doesn't acknowledge his name here. Let's see. There's a river below. It's all or nothing. Oop. Whack? Okay, so he knocked the support that was still standing apart. Once again, possibly either kicking straight the rope or something else. But interesting. Very, very interesting. So he breaks the foundation. They both begin to fall. And then Uzuki, oh, okay, but you know what? He's not using Sakamoto here. He's using his own chain blade. So there we go. Maybe we're fighting a little bit. But then again, it's against a base Shin, who's not top tier stats by any means. But let's see. You're not getting away. Grabbed by the chains, slammed back into the falling tower. Okay, back to the glass of the falling tower. Let's see what's happening. Huh? Oh, he's about to boom him. These Spagooters are a manifestation against my vendetta against society. Don't get in my way. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted so much. I've exhausted so much ESP. I really can't move my body anymore. Kamite saves him. Maybe it's Frieza. Not Frieza. What? Wait, where are those lessons? Let's see. So long, Shin. Now what? Is it empty? Why do you have limited? I mean, maybe, well, obviously he may have been using it earlier, but interesting. Huh? Oh, that's right. Oh, shoot. Say bye, my boy. My apologies. I forgot. I was not familiar with your game, my boy. All right. I forgot all about that. That was like 2-3 chapters ago. Why did I forget? It worked. But how? He shut down for the entire nation all at once? I mean, I know he said they were all connected, but still. Even Amane is like, even Amane is like, you did what? Let's see. Huh? Hey, it won't shoot. Go on, shoot me, worm. It's locked up. Is it busted? What? This is why public safety sucks. A few more reasons than that, but let's see. Oh, wow. What did you just do? I tracked and acted the guns and IC chips. And designated every gun as expended. What? He said that so simply. Aren't you a mechanic? Since when were you a hacker? What? I mean, I guess, you know, hacking mechanics, they kind of go hand in hand, but darn, my man. Let's see. You can do that? No, it shouldn't be. Oh, interesting. Unless the signal transmissions hub was destroyed. Oh, like if the sky okay. So that was just some lucky fate thing. Ultimately, if Izuki was a second faster, he would have boomed Shin. So, okay. Let's see. No way. Wait, there might be other idiots fighting out there too. It jammed? Lucky. It's shit. That's nothing wise, but I'll blame. Let's see. Fine. Doing it by hand's better anyway. All right. Ooh, nice, beautiful draw. W chapter. Very simple, very clean. Just establishing and extrapolating on the last chapter laid down the final plan, seeing it work in different areas, seeing it work in different districts, seeing it fail at their main objective in terms of getting the tower, only to lose the tower. What? My brain absolutely shut down. I'm so sorry. But essentially, I really like this chapter. We get to see the continuation of the last chapter. We get a beautiful color page. We get to see Shin struggling with his abilities, but still being able to use them at max power. The willingness to attempt to use it and save at least all of Japan, only for it to fail and him have to resort to... Well, no. Uzuki ultimately ends up succeeding, yet kind of failing, because he shut down all communications, but he did end up stopping Shin from broadcasting. Messages would have completely destroyed all the Spagoota shots, and naturally, we have others here that are in dire straits. Or not really. We have the opposite, in fact, where no one else is in dire straits but Shin, and he still needs some amount of escape, that's why he can't move. So ultimately, I'm very excited to see what's gonna go down. But if you made all the way to the end of this video, please leave a locked off. Not locked up, not the icon zone. Leave locked up in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure the notifications so you don't miss out on any news that come to the channel. Also do have a page down below. Use me for as well as one. Get them on. There's exclusive videos, early content, and more. Also, now become a member of the channel for as well as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. Those perks include the live reactions here. This year's item to review. I have variations of all my videos. If you become a $20 Patreon or $25 member, you can order whatever video you want. Also the link to my Ko-Fi in the description down below. You can shop 5 minutes to a short video, 200 beans long video, or any beans at all. Any support is always greatly appreciated. Now, I'd like to thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is That Guy with the Pencil, writing off. I'd like to thank you to our sketch tier members: Eternal Flame, Red Wolf 4765, Astro, Super Flame Zero, Glacier XZ, Zara, Brandon Payne, J2MA, Yomi, Yuki Ally, Buddha Uda, Azo2404, Planet Crone, G Prosper, Nevis 97, and Ollie. I'd like to give a big old thank you to our line art tier patrons: Sean, Nirvana Igneal, Midnight Lord 21, Kevin Encarnacion, and A+A. And I'd like to give a big old thank you to our Inc. tier members: Fine, Austin Wimberly, Euchia, Carlo Alaimo, and Grim. And then I'd like to give a big old hefty thank you to our digital art tier members: J Warrior and AZ Void. And then I'd like to give a big old thank you to our colored art tier patrons: Waki Munoz and Waki Munoz. And then I'd finally like to give a giga super duper kidney sacrificing thank you to our ultimate, that guy with a heart on the horizon, Calvin Elder.